Just this. Okay, so let's go to our programming file. We will go to Pandas. I'm going to scroll down to the part where we left last week. So I completed all this. We spoke about mode, median, mean. All this we completed in the last class. Indexing, log, ilog. We completed that. Slicing, we completed slicing using ilog also. Completed all this. Alright, okay. So here we are. We will speak about how do we slice multiple columns, multiple rows. Before I proceed further into this, I want to check with you if you have any questions based on what we have learned till now. Are there any questions? Anybody having any questions? Alright, so I will go on. Now we are speaking about slicing multiple columns. Now what is slicing? So slicing is you have a lot of information in your database. In this context, in Python, we don't have database. We have data what? What is it called? The tables, columns and rows, what are they called? Data frame. Very good. So we have data frames. Now in data frames, we have multiple columns. Now we will want to select multiple columns. How to select multiple columns? So we are going by log. So we have two functions for slicing. One is log, the other one is ilog. We should know the difference between these two. So let me check. Somebody on online. Nitya, would you able to tell what is the difference between log and ilog?
Log will return the location, that is the index of a particular argument. ilog will take the integer argument.
Integer argument means?
Numbers.
Position. Okay. So now if you go to this page, right? So we did this. Okay, let's look at this. So this is a data frame, and I have my index in this data frame. Now, if I go for log 1 age, what would that value be? Shweta, could you tell me? Log 1 age. 25. Okay. Now I go to this. Now what I have done is I have sorted this data frame by age and I have done ascending sort. Okay. Now I am running this code again. Log 1 age. Are you able to tell me what will be the answer? Sorry? Suppose 25. Because log is, when I say log 1, it is searching for the index. And the log 1 index is here and it will give 25. ILOG works differently. It doesn't care about the index. It speaks about the position. Okay. Now, if I go here, I say ILOG 1 age. What will be the answer, Jagadish? ILOG 1 age. 25. Good. Now go here. ILOG 1 age. How much will it be?
25.
It will not be 25. Okay, I'll come to that. Why it's 25. Okay. Here you said ILOG 1 is 25, not 20, right? Because 0, 1. So this is 25. Here 0, 1. So this is 16. So, Jitin, the way it works is it ignores this index. It numbers based on the position. So, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So, 1 is here. So, it's 16. Age is 16. Okay, that's how it will work. Now, slicing, if you look at it this way, so it can be done using log. Log is the location. Then ILOG is integer based location or position, which is doesn't look into labels. Now, let's do this. So when I do log, I have two parts to the argument. Okay, so now let's visualize this. Yes, I'm going to. Okay, so we have this. Now let's understand the format. When I use log, I have to give two parts. So the comma separates them. So the first part here is telling which rows you want to select. Then the second part tells which columns you want to select. Okay. So now here, when I select rows, I could say start, end. Okay. Then here I would say start, end. Or I could just give names of the columns. Name 1, name 2, etc. Now let's look at this part, right? So this tells us rows we want to select. So there is only a column there. So what does it mean? There is no start or end mentioned. That means all the rows would be selected. All the rows would be selected. Okay, that is block. Block for this because I am not mentioning the start and the end for the rows. Now let's look at the columns. I am mentioning two columns, name and sex. So it means it is going to select all the rows for two columns, name and sex. Okay, so now let's try this. So it is going to show here because our Python doesn't recognize what is df in the first place, because every time you start the load this notebook, you have to load the data again. So I have to go up and find a way to load it where it is loaded. Let me check. Okay, this is how we loaded it. I'm loading it again. Okay, I have loaded. Now, so what I have done is, at the end, what I'm doing, I am selecting all the rows for 2 columns. Okay, so if you have customer transaction information, okay, so there is a bank's customer transaction table. So you have several the customer profiles engaged in hundreds of transactions in a year. So there are hundreds of rows. Then look at the column, the customer, the column will be transaction ID, date, timestamp, where the location happened, where the transaction happened, what was the transaction type, so multiple things. Maybe you are not interested in all the information. You want to put only 2 pieces of information, the date of the transaction and the amount. Minus 5,000 plus 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever the amount, date, amount. So what you want this for all the days. So what do you do then? You will select all the rows for 2 columns. The 2 columns will be date of transactions and amount. That is user slicing. Now I did that using lock, but this is actually a roundabout way of doing it, convoluted way. We can directly do this. How do we directly do this? If you want to select all the rows, DF, that is a data frame. Inside that, look at the convention. You use 2 square boxes, 2 square brackets. Within that, you mention the column name. So you mention the column name, and then whatever the columns they are there, they will be printed. Okay. Now let's go through this. I have a bank database. We have a one. So this is a data frame containing ATM locations. Okay, so it looks like this. This goes like ATM code. Okay, address, pin code, and the ATM, the bank needs to pay some rent for that location. So let's say we have rent. Then various other columns are there. Now I want you all to write a code to fetch pin code and rent for all areas. Please write. The reason you are not getting ID card is because okay, so I will for a moment show you the reference code. There is a code. Okay, look at how the code is. So this is a reference code. From this code, okay, understood how this code works? Now tell me, how will we write, fetch the pin code and run for all ATMs? Priyanka, have you written this? Message me your answer. Put it on the message, good message. Sorry? Yes. You can directly do that. Like, yes, you started like DF is how we start. Go on, yes. It's very simple. That's all. This will get the answer. What about if you don't? Question எழுதிட்டு போட்டு bracket போட்டுருக்கீங்க. Direct bracket போட்டுருந்தது அங்க. Let me show again. பார்த்துருக்கீங்க, உங்களோட ரெஃபரன்ஸ் பார்த்துருக்கீங்க. என்ன போட்டுருக்கு? இன்னும் பார்க்க மாட்டீங்களா? அந்த என்ன போட்டுருக்கு? அதுக்கு பாதி தான் ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்க. அதுதான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். DF. DF means data frame. இன்னும் மெயின் 6 டைப்ல இருக்கும். நம்மளுடைய ப்ரோக்ராம் எழுதுங்க இந்த டேட்டாபேஸ்க்கு. அதுக்கு தான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் நான். DF ஆளுமே கேட்டுருக்கீங்க. ஏடிஎம் கோடெலாம் எழுதுறீங்க. நான் என்ன எழுதிருக்கேன்? ப்ரொபோட் கொஸ்டின் என்ன போட்டிருக்கீங்க? என்ன வேணும் உங்களுக்கு? பின் கோட் அண்ட் ரெண்ட் ஃபார் ஆல் ஏடிஎம். பின் கோட் அண்ட் ரெண்ட் போடணும். ஏடிஎம் கோட் தேவையில்லை. Okay, let's look at the answer. Nitya, df.log. Yes, this is correct. Your answer is correct. This is the first method. I showed two methods. Are they all Nitya or type Python? Let me show you. Okay, so this is Nitya's answer. This is correct. Maybe I will show Raghuli's answer also. Your answer. Yes, so this you can see. Okay. Okay, so you can see Raghuli's answer. So this is one way of doing it. So let me just take this part. So you have two ways of fetching the same information. See, the random match are straight up. One or two. So you are not able to see it. Okay. So you can see two. Very good. Okay. So you can use whatever works for you. But at some point, when you are done with Pandas, one of the last modules in Pandas we will look at is optimization. Now, what is optimization? You have several ways of getting to the same answer. Okay? But they are all having different efficiencies. So, you get the Chennai straight road then you could go to Dimbigal, Matham Dimbigal, or you could go to Ramanad and we are ECR. But everything getting to the same destination but have different efficiencies. So how would that efficiency matter? Company analytics professional work you create a database, you create a dashboard. So a dashboard it shows information. That's what dashboard is. So that information is very slow to load. And it is not a good dashboard. So you can get scooter, a car, whatever. Speedometer shown. How accurate is the speedometer? So, the moment you reach 100 kilometers per hour, that should also immediately hit 100 kilometers per hour. Lag, correct? That is important. So, of course, when you write programs, you would write programs in such a way that they take the lowest amount of time, the shortest time, and the lowest computing space also. When lowest computing space, you know, in a program, you use some computing space in your company. Every time somebody accesses the data dashboard, the computing space is taken up and it will put some load on the computers. So inefficient programs would overload the computers and result in inefficient results. So if you when we are using some free system, so it tells you how much RAM, how much disk space we have, all these things, right? So it overload all. Okay, so what we did was slicing columns. We could also do slicing some rows. Okay, so firstly I am mentioning rows. How many rows I want? How many rows are there in this? Priyanka, tell me, you will not answer the previous question. How many rows is this particular? Sorry? How will it be 4 rows? Tell me the count. What are the next row places? I don't hear you.
I couldn't see that question.
Question in your screen, right?
No, sorry, the slicing topic
DF dot log 3 is what? That's question. DF
No,
dot.
sir. No, sir. Previous question, data.
Okay. I think you tell me if you don't see. But you tell me this. How many rows will this one fetch? Row index 2, 3, and then 4 will be fetched out. So it mentions rows 2, 3, 4. Now we have to check if it fetches 4 or not. And then look at the column. How many columns is going to fetch? How many columns? Sweta, look how many columns?
Last one.
All the columns. Right? We are not mentioning what column. Column means we are not mentioning what columns. So let's see this. 2, 3, 4. So when I use log, it is taking the right number. Right side number is taking, it's working. So 2, 3, 4 is included. But let's do the same with I log. It takes 2, 3. So log doesn't take the right side value. I log takes the right side. Sorry, log takes the right side value. I log doesn't take the right side value. Alright, so now we are going to perform some numerical operations. Now what you see is, there is some kind of data type. Jitin, is this familiar to you? What kind of data type is this? Let's see this. We studied this morning. Jitin, the question is for you. So this is a dictionary. Oh, okay, you are calling me. What happened? Nitya, what happened? Tell me. You guys are showing hands, you are not speaking. I don't know. Is there a problem? Okay, let me. He's trying to call everyone. Yeah, did you tell me? Oh, my voice is not audible. Oh, okay. You are not able to hear me. Okay. Is it now you can hear me? No, I'm still talking. Nothing changed. Oh, okay. Somehow it is connected to my earphones. How do you get connected to my earphones? Yeah. So I switch off my Bluetooth and it will disconnect. Oh, I do have Bluetooth on my iPad. I'll disconnect my earphone. You can hear me now, right? Okay, fine. Okay, so Nitin, tell me what kind of data type is this?
This is list.
No, this is a dictionary. So this is a key, this is a value, but the value is a list. So there are two keys, A and B. Within A we have a list, value is a list. B is a key and its values is also, it is also a list. Okay, so then I'm converting that into a data frame. So when I do that, you get a table like this. So this is a data frame. Now, what we are doing is, we are taking only one column, A, slicing. We are slicing this. So A is the one column. Now when I take that, this is a series. Okay, now then I am taking another column. Okay, I will take two columns, A and B. Okay, they are separate A and B. Now I am merging them. I am adding them together, A plus B. Okay, so it is adding them together, A plus B. Third column, C is created. Okay, any questions? Now if I do A max, it is going to give the maximum value in A, minimum value in A, mean of A, these are things which we have already done, right? Median of A, median of, mode of B is all that. Now we are going to learn a new function, it's called sum. How do you sum it up? Okay, now what you see is your data frame. I'm creating a data frame. How many columns are there in the data frame? Can you tell me what are the columns in the data frame? How many columns are there in the data frame? Column. Sorry?
Age
two. Age, very good. Age is inside. Two columns are there, right? Now what I'm doing is, till this part we are already familiar. Now we are just focus on the new ones. I'm doing df, which is a data frame, dot sum. So when I do that, it is going to add everything. Okay, let's see. It has added age and salary. Now, what I'm doing is, I'm adding both these values. Both the columns are fully added. Salary, does it make sense to add salaries? Okay, what do you think? Can we add salaries? We can add salaries. Right? For example, if this is the database of my employees, then I'm adding the salaries so that I know that monthly how much I have to pay them. So it makes sense to add salaries. But does it make sense to add age? Why would we even add age? Because we don't want to add age. Age is add money. That's a meaningless value. Adding ages. So then what I'm doing is, it's pointless for me. I don't want to add age. What is the point of adding age? So I want to add only salary. So, but the opposite they correct. Salary. Okay, I got the salary. Any questions, folks? Now what we are going to do? Let's go back to the ATM data frame. Now I want you to write a program to give me the total rent, and write a print statement also. You will tell me, okay, this is the total rent for ATMs. Okay, could you do that? Sorry. Sorry. அது எப்படி டைரக்டாக கேட்கக்கூடாது, அதுதான் ஆன்சர். I will only explain this. I will not explain that. ஏன் நீங்கள் இதை அப்ளை பண்ணணும்? ஸோ அப்போ இது புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு?
Some difference also.
அது புரியுதா?
Answer.
அவ்வளோதான், நீங்கள் அதை செக் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. இது புரிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா then you should be able to do that. Okay, so Priyanka, could you send your program this time? Okay, so I want you to give me a summation of rent. Sweta, are you able to do? No. How do you put 50,000? No, yes. Now a data frame, okay? The data frame like a rental column and one. Give me one minute. No, sorry. Suppose சொல்லுங்க.
அதுக்கு ஒன்று மட்டும்
அது ஒன்று மட்டும் எடுத்து அப்படி ஆட் பண்ணுறது 50,000 number இல்லைங்க. So you are not writing for any particular number, you are writing the data for the entire column. All the values of the column should be added. So everything is able to do it. Right? Values can bring in.
So now it is a
See, what it is, you are creating a formula which will run for all the values. Because values every time an ATM, new ATM is created, somebody will add a value and you row in that. You can do it. So you create a sum correct. But how do you print statement? That's all. It's very simple. See, even the programming is not difficult at all. Now, salary rent salary column. Number data frame salary column. You can get salary column. நம்ம ரெண்டாவது நம்ம salary column இருக்கா கிடையாது, நம்மளுக்கு தேவை rent column. ஸோ அப்போ rent column-க்கு நம்ம தேவை ப்ரோக்ராம். இது வந்து சிம்பிள், salary தூக்கிட்டு ரெண்டு போட்டால் வந்துட்டு போகும். ஸோ sum of monthly rent, then you have rent. Priyanka, everything now?
Done, sir. I sent it in chat.
Very good. Let me check. Okay, so நேத்திய total rent is equal to rent. ரெண்ட்டுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க வந்து இங்க syntax விஷயம். Okay. but otherwise this is fine. This is fine. நீங்கள் பிரேக் ஆகிட்டு நீங்கள் எந்த பிரிண்ட் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் தான் எழுதிருக்கீங்க. இது பிரிண்ட் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட். சம் அண்டர்ஸ்கோர் ரெண்டுனா என்ன தெரியாது. Type there should be a statement for sum underscore length. நீங்கள் எழுதிட்டீங்களா? You got it. சரி, நீங்கள் டைப் பண்ணி அனுப்புங்க. So let's go on.
Sir, I have sent it.
Syntax couple dot sum dot sum. Okay, colon here. Okay, so same we are going with b underscore colon. Then value underscore counts. This is a new function. Value underscore counts. ஒரு வேல்யூவும் எத்தனை வாட்டி ரிப்பீட் ஆகிருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கொடுக்கும். ஓகே, வேல்யூ அண்டர்ஸ்கோர் கவுண்ட்ஸ் யூசர்ஸ் வேல்யூ அண்டர்ஸ்கோர் கவுண்ட்ஸ். even let's say if I salary value ஒரு வேல்யூ உங்களுக்கு ரிப்பீட் ஆகிருக்கு அப்படின்றத கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, நான் வந்து இந்த சேலரியில் வந்து 50,000 வச்சுக்கிறேன். 50,000 what I'm saying is look at this. See, here a smaller case a small s quadrant, lower case salary, but now it did not work for me. So you got to be very mindful of this. You understood value underscore counts what maybe your cover is something. Now, nobody will come and ask you when you are in a job that value underscore quoted on that means. That's not how you work in business, right? And you work this. There are people asking in terms of something needs. Now, I'm going to tell you my need. Let's go back to our data frame, right? How many ATMs are there in every input? I can say each thing. So this is the number of data. Okay, number of data frame. Then we duplicate it again for reference. So this is the number of data frame. I want you to get me the answer for this. How do you do this? how many ATMs are there in each pin code? How will we do that? Jayden, are we able to apply this algorithm? How will we find this? ஒரு pin code எத்தனை ATM இருக்கும்? What is the logic we will use? Very சொல்லுங்க. இப்போ இந்த டேட்டா வச்சு ஒரு பின் கோடில் எத்தனை ஏடிஎம் இருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கும். எப்படி கண்டுபிடிப்பீங்க?
இந்த பின் கோட் ரிப்பீட்டட்
எப்படி பண்ணுவீங்க?
சார்
எப்படி சொல்லுங்க? டீடைல் ஸ்பீக் டீடைல்.
சார் அந்த எத்தனை ஏடிஎம்னா ஒரே பின் கோட் எத்தனை ரிப்பீட் ஆயிருக்கோ அந்த ஏடிஎம்ஸ்லாம் சார்.
ஒரு ஏடிஎம்மும் ஒரு பின் கோடும் எத்தனை வாட்டி ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணலாம்? ஸோ அண்ணன் ஒரு பின் கோடு 625020. ஸோ 625020 எத்தனை கவுண்ட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா 625020 பின் கோடு எத்தனை ஏடிஎம் இருக்குன்னு வந்து. ஸோ அதில் என்ன ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்? சாரி வேல்யூ under counts. Values counts are also Power page you program value of this counts. Right there. Then value of this counts. Do you think would you be able to send this code? How you will count the number of ATMs in every pin code? Simple. Value underscore counts. Value underscore counts is used for. Say what's one. It should not be taking this much time. Shweta, are you taking love?
Praveen, I sent you.
Okay, let me check.
Not sure I'm correct.
Okay, so Shweta, I am taking it. The EF of salary. No, that is unacceptable. That is, don't check on the CF plus salary if you want to occur in the program. Right? In this operation, so think. DF plus salary, let's see. This is right. Yeah.
I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, let me show that. Okay, so this is the program which they have given. Make the correct approach. Okay, so you find it again. You find the straight up. DF common அது ஒரு டேட்டா ஃப்ரேம் ரெஃபர் பண்றோம். அது வந்து நீங்க பார்த்து காப்பி வச்சுக்கலாம். எல்லாருக்கும் DF தான் ஆரம்பிக்கும். பட் எந்த காலம் நீங்க கவுண்ட் பண்ண போறீங்க? எந்த காலம் கவுண்ட் பண்ணி ஸோ சேலரி போட்டீங்கன்னா அது வராது. வேல்யூ ப்ளஸ் காம்ஸ் இதுக்குள்ள ஏகே பண்ணுறது தேவை. அந்த பிளான் This is the right. So let's go to the next.
Praveen sir, the doubt actually. So here we are using this pin code inside this DF and giving and asking value counts for it. So how would we get the count of ATMs as a result of this?
Okay, so let's visualize this. So, okay, so I open here. This is our data frame. Okay, so now the data frame is data ATM code. So, ATM code. Next, address. Then, pin code. Then, okay. Now, so let's say first part the pin code 6250001 and 625 010 625 001. 625 0. That's a 020. Okay. Alright. So let's say in Madurai there are 100 ATMs. So I have a random integer or random number generated. Okay. So about 100 ATMs random pin code assign. Okay. So value underscore counts. Firstly, it derives the unique values. So these are the unique values present in that. Okay? A unique pin codes. What are unique pin codes? What are 20 unique pin codes? 625001 and 625020. Then, what value underscore counts does is count every pin code, how many times it is repeated in that. That's all. This is what it does. Now, let's say, I'll take it. Good. Okay. Which pin code has the most number of ATMs? 6250007. So this is a randomly generated data. 6250007. Yes. And there is one denobly plus post office. Oh, okay, there is a post office denobly. So that is 625007. But you now understood what is happening. See, I'm counting the number of ATMs. So number of times the pin code is repeated. So that gives me the number of ATMs in that pin code. That's how you in real life also. I could give you another example. Now, because we need to logically think how to face the data, right? So let me see, take care of a data frame. A new data frame is there. Customer ID. Okay. This is an Amazon data, let's say. Order ID. Order date. Amount. So what happens is, for every order, customer order. Okay, then a new record is created. So what is the primary key of this table? Order ID is the primary key, right? Because it is unique. But a customer ID is not unique because a customer would have placed the order multiple times. Now, Jiten, the question would be to you, I want to find the number of times every customer has ordered. How do you do that?
Okay.
Which one will count?
Can we take the value counts of customer ID?
Yes, that's what we do. So you
Yeah.
Here dot customer ID dot value underscore count. This will give us the answer.
Understood.
Okay. Now let's move on. Okay, describe a bit further. We saw that it gives you the statistics, descriptive statistics. Okay, I'm reloading the data again. Right, and again that's it. Let's see head, the first 5 rows. Describe, yeah, it gives a descriptive statistics. Okay. Then this one you see, instead of applying the descriptive statistics for all the columns, I could do this describe for a specific column. Okay. Now let's look at this. When I did the give the describe, right? It took all the columns. Let's see how many columns it has taken and then see what's happened, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns it has taken. For 6 columns, it is calculated count, average, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, 20th percentile, 50th percentile, all those things is calculated. 6 columns. But our data frame has how many columns? How do we find? How do we find the number of columns present in our data frame? How do we find? Number of columns and number of rows present in our data frame. So you can already solve it. So df dot info. Okay, how many columns are there? How many columns are there on your book? படிங்க நல்லா படிங்க அதில் தெளிவாக போட்டிருக்கு 3
காலம்ஸ்
எத்தனை காலம்ஸ் இருக்கு 11 columns அங்க போட்டுருக்கு பாருங்க how many rows are there? Tell me this number. How many rows? Shweta சொல்லுங்க how many rows? Sorry. கீழ போறது இல்ல நான் கழிச்சு நான் ஆன்சர் இருக்கு. இது ஆன்சர். How many rows Shweta? Louder please. 3 rows. எந்த 3 rows சொல்றீங்க? இங்க இருக்கிறது rows கிடையாது. நான் டேட்டா ஃப்ரேம்ல இருக்கிற rows கேக்குறேன். அத போட்டுருக்கு. 1309 entries. Entry ஒரு வாட்டி பண்ணணும். இப்போ கஸ்டமர் டேட்டா ஒரு வாட்டி கஸ்டமர் ஆர்டர் ஆகுது அது அப்படியே ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். that is an entry. Okay, so இப்போ இதுல எத்தனை entry? 1309 entries இருக்கு. சரிங்களா? Now we have this much entries. இப்போ நமக்கு எத்தனை rows இருக்கு? 11 columns இருக்கு. rows 11 columns இருக்கு. Okay, இப்போ இதுக்கு ஒரு name இருக்கு. df dot shape. This directly tells you number of rows and columns. This tells me there are a number of rows and columns. How many rows? 1309 rows, 11 columns. Okay, now the question arises, 11 columns இருக்கு ஆனா இங்க நான் describe போட்டா 6 columns வெளியில தான் வருது எனக்கு. What is the problem? Now let's go back and see this. இதுதான் நம்மளுக்கு இருக்கிற columns. நம்மளுக்கு அந்த describe போட்டா இதுல 6 மட்டும் கிளிக் பண்ணி வருது. அப்ப என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் ஆகும் கண்டுபிடிங்க. இதை பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க. You see a pattern. எதை ஆட் பண்ணா என்னென்ன காலம்ஸ் வருது? சாரி
ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இன்டிஜர் ஃப்ளோட் அதுக்கு ஆட் பண்ண 11 காலம்ஸ்
சரி ஓகே மொத்தம் ஆட் பண்ண 11 வருது. எதை ஆட் பண்ணா 6 வருது? 6 வருது. நம்மளோட டிஸ்கிரைப் கூட 6 தான் வருது. float என்ன இருக்கு? float இருக்கு. float ரெண்டு float இருக்கு. 4 இன்டிஜர் இருக்கு. ஆப்ஜெக்ட் 5 இருக்கு. எதை ஆட் பண்ணா 6 வரும்? Integer. Because that means when you go for df.describe, it leaves out objects. Objects are a string. If objects give you number standard deviation, அதெல்லாம் கண்டுபிடிக்கும். String கண்டுபிடிக்கும். String minimum, maximum, அதெல்லாம் கண்டுபிடிக்கும். So when you do df.describe, it takes only the float and integers. The rest it doesn't. Okay. Now I can forcefully make it take. So then what I'm doing, I'm taking one of the objects, which is sex, df sex, and then forcefully I'm applying describe. So either describe or that. It shows first it count how many rows has values, how many rows have values for sex. How many rows? 1309 rows. Total rows 1309 rows. எல்லா ரோஸ்க்குமே செக்ஸ் வேல்யூ வந்துச்சு. Number 1. Number 2. How many type of values possible for sex? 2. Two unique values. There is no different other gender or any other gender. Okay. Then, who is more, male or female? Male. So it says top is male. 1000. How many? 3. That's FRE means frequency. So male is repeated 843 times in that episode. So there are in the Titanic episode 843 males were there, and the remaining slightly less than 500 females were there. Okay. Alright, now I'm giving another function. It's called a unique. What unique does is wherever you apply unique, you can see what are the unique values which are there. For example, the sex on the column the unique apply panna, then output varo male, female. Okay, so appo idu vandu paringa or series irukku. In this series la colors irukku. So idu na unique apply panna it tells me this is 4 colors or unique colors. Very good data. Okay, now passenger class. So database introduce பண்ண சொல்லிருந்தேன். இந்த data frame ல வந்து passenger class உண்டு. Passenger class னா how many classes of passenger? First class, second class, third class னு சொல்லிருக்கேன். So 1 2 3. Now if you speak about your bank, right? Let's say we are a bank. So a bank would proudly speak about your branch, your ATMs. Now network level card. I'll put on the sale. SBI is the largest bank, number of customers, because their coverage is high. Yes, me. So banks would want to do that. நீங்கள் ஒர்க் பண்ணுற பேங்க்குக்கு வந்து ஒரு ப்ராஷர் ரெடி பண்ணுறாங்க. ஓகே, அந்த ப்ராஷரில் வந்து they want to mention the number of ATMs, number of branches அதெல்லாம் போட்டுருக்காங்க. ஓகே, அதை ஈஸியாக சம் பண்ணி எடுத்துக்கலாம். One of them is number of pin codes covered. How many pin codes we have covered? Okay, so after just go to our data frame. So இது இந்த data frame இதில் the question you are not this is what you will do as an analytics professional. So the business name will come and ask you, get me this information. How many ATP codes are covered? So from this, how do you say we cover these many ATP codes? Repeat it. Nitya Sulaga, how can we take ATP codes? Yeah. How many pin codes we cover?
So you are asking to எத்தனை pin codes இருக்குன்னு கேக்குறீங்க?
Yes, yes.
Unique, we can use unique.
Yeah, that's okay. So if you apply unique on this, then I will get so many people. I will not get count, of course. Okay. Count over there. But unique, these are the unique pin codes we get. These are the locations. So you get unique values. Okay, good. Now let's keep moving on. Alright, so mean, so you could calculate mean on certain columns alone. For example, we are calculating mean age and mean fare. Okay? Now, let's go here. So let's say I have 100 passengers to flight. Okay, so let me get this 100. So the age and the fare, okay, let's say I have 55. Okay, so 100 passengers are there. Okay, now if I want to calculate mean age here, okay, mean age. So generally, say we calculate from mean age is the. Can you calculate from the mean age? 77 plus 76 plus 68 plus 12. Again, put it as a then we divide it by 100. Okay, so you do that. அதே மாதிரி ஃபேருக்கும் அதே மாதிரி தான் கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். ஓகேவா? இப்போ ரெண்டுத்தையும் சேர்த்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. மீன் ஏஜ், ஸோ தட்ஸ் வாட் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி யூ லுக் அட் தி ப்ரோக்ராம். மீன் ஆஃப் ஃபேர் அண்ட் ஏஜ். ஸோ அவர் என்ன கால்குலேட் பண்ணியிருக்குன்னா 77 plus 76 plus 68 அவங்க எல்லாத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணிட்டு 100 டிவைட் பண்ணால் மீன் ஏஜ். அதே மாதிரி 324, 326, 375, 80 எல்லாத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணிட்டு 100 டிவைட் பண்ணால் மீன் ஃபேர் வரும். ஓகேவா? But what if I do this? I do இது பண்ணலாம், லாஜிக் யோசிக்காதீங்க. But this is also possible. This is also have its meaning. I'm doing it sideways. So when I do this mathematical operations, you can do that in two different directions. This is very important. The concept. ஏன்னா நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு டேட்டா ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணும்போது எந்த டைரக்ஷனில் நீங்கள் ஆவரேஜ் எடுக்கிறீங்கிறது it makes a lot of difference on what data you are giving. Okay, I'll give some specific example. So now you will understand, you could take in this direction, okay, sideways, you could do this direction, ரெண்டு direction இருக்கு. ஸோ அப்புறம் வெர்டிகலாக எடுத்துக்கணும் பாருங்க, அதுதான் பை டிஃபால்ட். ஓகே, சைட் வைஸ் எடுக்கிறது நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், அப்போ நம்ம சொல்லணும் கம்ப்யூட்டர் வைத்தாங்க எப்படி சொல்றது, இந்த வெர்டிகலாக மாடல் ஆக்சிஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். The vertical model where and do the performing the operation across rows. Rows are cut பண்ணி பண்றாங்க. So அதுக்கு it's called axis equals 0. Sideways பண்ணா axis equals 1. Okay. So this is very important piece. This is axis equals 1. You get what is axis equal to 0 and axis equal to 1. So in the axis என்றது திரும்ப படிக்கும். Axis generally ஞாபகம் வச்சுங்க, columns rows நீங்க ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா axis is 0, that is default. நீங்க அதை சேஞ்ச் பண்ணணும், columnsல உங்களுக்கு ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா then axis becomes 1. Now let's go to our program. If you see this, I am not giving axis. அப்போ நான் எதுவுமே சொல்லலை அப்படின்னா then it performs axis equal to 0. இப்போ நீங்கள் இது பாருங்க axis equal to 0 மீன்குள்ளே மென்ஷன் பண்ணுறேன், சேம் ஆன்சர் தான் போயிருக்கிறேன். ஓகே, எத்தனை வேல்யூஸ் வருது, எத்தனை வேல்யூஸ் வந்து நான் ப்ராப் போட்டு எத்தனை வேல்யூஸ் வந்துருக்கு, அதில் எத்தனை வேல்யூ வந்துருக்கு, இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ணுறேன்னா நான் ஆக்சிஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு 1 போடுறேன். ஓகே, இப்போ நான் ஆக்சிஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு 1 போட்டால் அதில் வேல்யூஸ் வரும். Could somebody tell me, Priyanka can tell me how many values we will get if we give axis equal to 1? So, because we are doing this sideways. So, நான் இங்கே calculate, sorry.
So 3 values.
3 values. Even 3 values. You
No, sir, one value.
No, you get 1,309 values. See, 1,309 values. Why? Because I just showed you, right? When you do sideways, okay, 100 பேர் படிக்கிறேன், 100 values வருது. ஒரு ரோவுக்கும் நீங்கள் ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணி டிவைட் பண்ணுறீங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ இந்த இருக்க டிகால்குலேட்டருக்கு a plus d by 2, a plus d by 2 அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாத்துக்கும் போட்டுருக்கீங்க. ஸோ யூ டூ திஸ் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், you get 1,309 values. Do you have any questions? Do you have any understanding? Yeah.
Confused.
Confused பண்ணாமல் கூடாது. இது பாருங்க, இது வரைக்கும் புரிஞ்சுதா? One minute. So இது வரைக்கும் புரிஞ்சுதா உங்களுக்கு? Sure. Axis equal to 1, axis equal to 0 புரிஞ்சுச்சா? Axis equal to 0 நான் என்ன பண்ணுறேன், 1 நான் என்ன பண்ணுறேன், இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணி சைடில் ஒரு சைட் வைஸ் பண்ணுறேன். அப்போ சைட் வைஸ் பண்ணுறீங்கன்னா ரோ வைஸ் எத்தனை எல்லா ரோவும் பண்ணணும்ல, 1,309 ரோஸ் இருக்கு. ஒரு ரோக்கு பண்ணி ஆவரேஜ் மீன் எடுத்து காலம் சீல போட்டுட்டே வரும். You will do this for 1,309 rows. You understand how we got 1,309 rows? Jitin சொல்லுங்க, you have a question.
இல்ல.
Okay. Nithya.
Age and pair வந்து ஆட் பண்றதுனால we won't get a valid data.
Correct. I'll come to that. That's it. Very good point. Right? What is the point of this? இங்க வந்து it's absolutely meaningless data. Now I'm going to transform this data where you will actually find the values like this. It should be. This is the company sales data. So they make every month how much they have sold. It's 50 lakhs per month average. So I'm going to give so somewhere between 40 lakhs. How much is that? 40 lakhs. 40 lakhs to 70 lakhs. 40 lakhs from 0. This is the sales data for a company. Monthly sales data. Now, if I can tell you what for that want, this is how you will work for a company or manager will come and ask you. He's not going to ask for access. That is something you have to figure out. You have access to fund how the sales are going to be done. Rather, I'm interested, I want to find on an average how much do we sell every January? What is the sale I can expect? For example, we are in March. In the month of March, I have a sale expected. So, next year, everybody in the month of March,
each row will be added, sir. If it is for January month, entire row will be added.
This one, right? So I will add this, or I do a mean of this, right? So there is a mean, average. Okay, you got it? So you saw sideways. What is the axis you have used here? Yeah. You use? No. It's axis 1. This is axis 1. You use sideways. Okay. Now, I want to see what is the average sale that happened in 2024. Average monthly sale in 2024. Okay, I want that. So let us look at average monthly sale in 2024. Sorry?
Straight fill.
Vertically, right? So you will do it this way. You understood? You have two values. Now, what axis is this?
Axis 0.
Axis 0. Okay. Now, if you are a manager, now you have to make a choice here. In the month of target set particularly, should I compare to average of last 5 Marches, or should I do the comparison with the last year's 2024 so all month? We don't know. There are no right or wrongs. It's up to the manager. Right? Like both of us is loss. Right? And it's been close to concept. But there are 2 ways in which you could arrive at the data. So if in the month of March, I said, it's not arrive at the data. I could do average of average. This average. Multiple average. There are multiple ways, but just remember the direction alone. That is, you understand? Are you sure? No questions about this at all? Okay, so we understood that with our axis, right? So now let's complete axis. Okay, so there is a data frame here. Creating the ABC. Alright, okay. Okay, so now you have to write down for this sum along axis equal to sum. df dot sum over df dot sum axis equal to 0, axis equal to 1. What will be the value? Write down. df dot sum axis equal to 0, axis equal to 1. That is right. Okay, so then that's all. Here, okay. Okay, so now sum it. Axis equal to 0, sum can be something. Good. Right. Vertical no, horizontal no, axis equal to 0. Okay, calculate calculation is taking. But even if it's only the answers we get. Okay. You want it? I want you to tell me that I yes. Put the value. That's not the children for data frame. நீங்கள் பண்ணிப்பா எதுவும் இருந்துட்டு access equal to 0. So இது என்னது இது எங்க இருக்கு 0. You are writing what I have it on the board. Other than the upper எடுக்கிறீங்க you will notice that. நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க. இதெல்லாம் இந்த நம்பர்ல எங்க வருது? அது அதெல்லாம் எழுதணுமா நம்ம சம் பண்றதுக்கு? நான் எப்படி சம் பண்ணிருக்கேன்? சம் பண்றதுக்கு எல்லாம் எழுதணும். Can somebody tell me the values who is online? Nithya, could you tell me? Axis equal to 0, what will be so?
Axis equal to 0 will be 6, 15, 24.
Okay, very good.
Axis 1 will be 12, 15, 18.
Good, that is right. See, yeah, I was thinking, first thing, there are two problems I'm facing in the class here, okay? Let me know the dangerous not problems. What problem? First problem, that is very, very bad. What problem? இங்க இருக்கிறத எழுதும்போது இந்த பக்கம் வருது. You are writing exactly what is there on the screen. How is that mistake happening? That is, I don't know what would be the reason. I mean, தெரியுமா இல்லையா? Are you not able to see clearly? There should not be no mistake when you write down things from here, right? The second part is try to. That's the first part. சரிங்களா? அது மணியில கிடையாது. செகண்ட் பார்ட் வந்து நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா நான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு a plus b என்ன சொல்றேன். a plus b னா இப்படி பண்ணணும். So you should be able to do that for D plus E also. Right? That's simple. If df dot somebody has to go. Okay, thanks. இங்கே பாருங்க இங்கே போகும்போது இந்த ஆர்குமெண்ட் பாருங்க இதில் ஏதாச்சும் நம்பர்ஸ் இருக்கா நம்பர்ஸே கிடையாது ஸோ ஸ்வேதா அறிவு நீங்கள் கரெக்டாக இருக்கீங்களா எஸ் இங்கே ஏபிசி போலீஸ் ஓகே நீங்கள் டேரெக்டாக சாப்பிட்டு போட்டீங்கனாலே எவ்ரி திங் கேட்கலாம் ஃபைன் நீங்கள் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்காக நீங்கள் ஏபிசி போட்டுருக்கீங்க தட்ஸ் ஃபைன் நீங்கள் far worse. See, if x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, very simple. Jagadish will x is equal to 0 and answer. Calculate. So faster, fast. Synchronous. அது சர்க்கிள் போட்டுருக்கீங்களா அதை ஆட் பண்ணி சொல்லுங்க அதை ஆக்சஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு 0 ஆட் பண்ணுங்க அதான் சம் இங்க பாருங்க ப்ரோக்ராமே நீங்க படிக்கலையா என்ன போட்டுருக்கு sum I want you to do sum ஆட் பண்ணு சொல்லுங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 6 second 15 24 okay simple
add
sum அனைவரும் சொல்லுங்க இது எப்படி பண்றது 5 சொல்லுங்க 12 next 15 very good 18 plus 1 I'm hoping that this answer is right. Yes, you see, same answer. You are getting the same input language. So then next.
The total value, sum of the total value.
Sum is not total, sum is summation, adding. Okay. See, இந்த கான்செப்ட் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஏன்னா இது வந்து பைத்தான் மட்டும் கிடையாது நீங்கள் டேட்டா வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னாலே எப்படி ஆட் பண்ணுறீங்க எந்த டைரக்ஷனில் ஆட் பண்ணுறீங்க எந்த டைரக்ஷனில் அப்படியே எடுக்கிறீங்க மேக்ஸ் a lot of difference. Okay, so this is important. Let me see if we can cover some more topics. Boolean analytical okay. This is something we have completed. Alright. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்னா we are going to learn a new function called drop. What is drop? Drop என்ன ஸ்பேஸா சொல்ற drop என்ன Virat Kohli is dropped from Indian team for the next cricket match. So our drop என்ன correct சொல்லுங்க they are removing from the team not dropping அப்ப இங்க வந்து நான் வந்து ஒரு காலமையோ ஒரு ரோவையோ drop பண்றேன் I don't want it so then let's look at the df of drop அதுல ஒரு காலம் நேம் மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கேன் ஓகேவா நம்ம df ல பாருங்க என்ன df இதுல மூணு காலம் இருக்கா அதுல ஒரு காலம் நேம் மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கேன் b okay so b நான் ட்ராப் பண்ண போறேன் எதை ட்ராப் பண்ண போறேன் b ன்றது என்ன காலம் so காலம் வந்தா 1 okay காலம்னா ஆக்சஸ் 1 so அது ஆக்சஸ் 1 போட்டுருக்கேன் so ட்ராப் பண்ணியாச்சு இப்போ df பாருங்க ஓகே இப்போ ரோவையும் ட்ராப் பண்ணலாம் ரோஸ்னா ஆக்சஸ் 0 okay அப்ப ரோவை ட்ராப் பண்றதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்றேன் I have to tell the row number so row number 1 போட்டுருக்கேன் நான் பாருங்க இந்த row ட்ராப் ஆகும் இந்த row ட்ராப் ஆகும் 25 2 5 போயிடுச்சு இன்னொரு ட்ராப் one already this is dropped low, yes, this is gone. Okay, this is done now. Alright. Now we can concatenate rows. Concatenation என்ன இருக்கும்? ரெண்டு இது join பண்றது. Concatenate rows. அப்ப நம்ம என்ன எடுக்காது? concat அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் இருக்கு. concat. ரெண்டு df எடுத்துக்கிறேன். df ரெண்டு வாட்டி பண்றேன். Okay? I'm joining them both. So ரெண்டு df ல இருக்கிற ரோஸும் one df no df ல இருக்கிற ரோஸும் நடக்கக்கூடிய மேலும் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப். Concatenation. Okay? Now the same concatenation, the axis equal to 1 and quota are silent. Okay? Let's imagine what is happening here. Visually I'll show you. Let's go to our okay. Very easy. I want to drop this axis equal to 0 because this is their goal. If I want to drop this is dropping here or axis equal to 1. Okay. Now let me do another thing. So I have this df plus another df join concatenation. Concatenate by rows. So it means axis equal to 0. This is default. Axis equal to 0 default. So what will happen then? This is what will happen. Okay? So these are now the same thing, let me repeat. So I'm concatenating my columns. So what will happen at the end of this timing? This is another strong one. We add columns. Any questions? We saw the difference between, so we understood access. Okay, so access is one where I've given this notes, the link is with everybody. Please you need to access this link. Any questions? Please.
Zero row and the index and the 0 to
Index one let's do this. Let's see. Index that is the same index. But when you look vertically, you can access by the index. Right? So 0, 1, 2 index, index 0, 1, 2 index is mentioned. Vertically. So that's why it is shown here. So in index was there, in index was. Alright, so now maybe take the next 20 minutes to go through the program we have learned today. Practice. Practice is the only way you can get this, become very fluent with this. We are not still going hard way. So, when you have questions on any point, let me know. If you send across the questions beforehand, because I will compile them all, I will do it. Even if we cover people ask questions right in the class, then we will be able to discuss those questions. Okay?
Praveen sir, where can I find these
The notes.
exercises and notes on solutions?
So, this is where the program file, calculation of folder. College database module, like we are going through Python module because we are working with Python for you. Or the module 3 will only have Pandas installed. Okay, so you will find that here in the Pandas.
Sir, இப்போ இந்த series and data planes assignments இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் sir.
See, okay, I'll give you that. I'm sorry, it's my mistake. I will do that. Okay, I'll give you some assignments today. Okay, thank you so much. See you later. Bye.
Thank you, sir.